everyone, and Merry Christmas, because this video is coming out on Christmas. Supposedly, if it's not, just ignore what I said. But we have an important election coming up in January 2023. I don't know if it's going to be held on January 3rd, but these are a couple elections that will be taking place. But in this specifically looks at the Republican Party and the future of its leadership. When it comes to this, these elections are very potential, but it has to do with the GOP and what the future of the GOP is going to look like. So Republicans are very upset with RONNA, Romney, McDaniel. They feel like they failed. She failed them. And let's just review a little bit. So 2017 is when she first entered office. The one thing we need to know about these elections is the committee, the caucus. I believe it's the committee that votes for her. The Republicans, 168 committee members, I believe, they voted 100% for her, RONNA Romney McDaniel. So the going over here, she is running for her fourth term, and 2017, that's the start of her first term. 2019 is the start of her second. Third in 2021, and now in 2023, she's going to start her fourth term. I think the GOP is going to have to ditch her if they want to win. Seriously. Misfortune has really taken place with McDaniel. Every single race, let's just say it was until 2017 she became chairwoman. They lost. GOP lost 2018, 2020, and did poorly in 2022. And they're all looking at McDaniel like, what the heck? So it really depends on the leadership, and who is supposed to take over that seat. And we're going to take a look here. The declared candidates, Harmit Dhillon. She is from India. She's part of the committee woman from California. She's part of the National Republican Lawyers Association and former vice chair of the California Republican Party. Yes, and she's from India. But it really has to look at their views. Republicans shouldn't elect rhinos or neocons or a part of the swamp. Basically, just avoid that. Now, let's just say you need to elect a Republican. Same views. No, don't elect someone that is kind of anti-Trump or a rhino in any way. Example, Harmit Dhillon seems to be the number one runner. 60% of Republicans want her. She's part of the Trump 2020 campaign legal advisor. And then she, let's see here, the lawsuit. She has stated that forced masks on people really is a constitutional violation. She had Dhillon, I don't know how to pronounce her name, so please excuse me, behind many lawsuits challenging stay-at-home orders enacted during the COVID-19 pandemic to halt the spread of the virus. By the June 2020, she had filed more than a dozen lawsuits against California. So she's a big lawsuit sort of person. So I do think Dhillon is the more farthest from rhinoism on this list. Farthest from rhinoism and neoconism, whatever you want to call it. so she's more of a Republican. Mike Lindell, a very close friend of Donald Trump, not a politician though. We all know him as the founder of this and CEO of My Pillow, and that Lindell hoped was supportive to the attempts to overturn the 2020 presidential election results. We all know he's from my state of Minnesota. Very I want to say very renowned state guy, a big Minnesota guy. Although very controversial ever since his attempts to overturn the election results in 2020. So because of that background, after the insurrection, Lindell's and My Pillow sales have been plummeting. No one wanted to shop from My Pillow anymore ever since Lindell announced his support for Trump and continued to, literally continued after the insurrection. He didn't give up. He continued fighting to overturn the election results. Unfortunately, he gave up. But he's a very close friend of the president. I have passed by his company a couple times. His company is located in Chaska, Minnesota, I believe. Yes, Chaska, Minnesota. My Pillow CEO headquarters is in Chaska. So if you guys live in Minnesota near Carver County, check out Chaska. Pass by you might see him there. That's where the headquarters are. So, and then finally, we know there's Ronna Romney McDaniel. And she has not been the best runner, the best leader recently. She is a Trump supporter. Let's see. The New York Times described McDaniel as an unfailingly loyal to Trump. So, and she did have some, same thing here. False election claims of fraud. And that's something that I feel most Republicans did, was deny the election results. And I think part of the reason, I think she's related to Mitt Romney. It's starting to pizzle together. She is Mormon. Not to mention, she has Romney in her name. Scott Romney, the Romney family. Oh, yeah, and they're both from Michigan. So yes, she is indeed related to Mitt Romney. That's probably a huge reason. Nobody likes Mitt Romney. And Mitt Romney, if you would be a huge, kidding to think you put Mitt Romney for the Senate Majority Leader. Are you kidding me? Seriously. So it's really putting together. I don't know if are they cousins or brother sister? Yeah, they have a lot. Seriously, a lot. I'd like to know, honestly, Mitt Romney. Oh yeah, is Mitt Romney's niece. So, although McDaniel is a Trump supporter, his little uncle, not so much. Mitt is not that. Miles Romney, never mind, I don't want to know about you. Mitt, so yeah, not that big of a Trump star. And the thing is, yes, a lot of Republicans are skeptical about Trump. I personally don't think Trump should run for re-election for the criticism that he's gone through. But the thing is, you should not be swampish. You should not be a part of the swamp. you. The thing is, if Republicans want to elect Republicans. Don't appease Democrat leaders. Like, oh, we like Mitt Romney. That's not a cue for you to elect Mitt Romney, because Mitt Romney's basically going to do Democrat stuff, anti-Trump stuff. Same thing, vice versa with Liz Cheney. Don't put Liz Cheney as, oh yeah, she's gone, but like in this case, don't you dare put Liz Cheney as the GOP chairwoman, because she's just going to fulfill a Democrat objective. So same thing. Elect someone that is willing to run, willing to win, is willing to win in 2024, who's going to lead the party strong. McDaniel, I haven't heard from her for a very long time. It's very unknown. Like, is she really really capable in doing this? So yeah, both are not rhinos. Pretty strong Republicans. The thing is, are they smart? And I know that's going to sound really critical, but it's a question that you need to ask yourself. Are they capable? Are they intellectual enough or strategic enough that they know how they're going to lead their party? Because Democrats are super smart. They know how to win. They have smart leaders. And they have Nancy Pelosi and Chuck Schumer. Both of them are influential leaders, very popular. They know how to win. Republicans need to elect someone well-known, someone smart, not controversial. Yeah, sure, Nancy is pretty controversial, but she's leaving. And this is sort of good news for Republicans also, seeing that their Democrats have elected an unknown sort of individual from New York for their House representative. I still don't know him by name. Because at the time, he's just one of the 438 members of the House of Representatives. That's until January 3rd, the start of the next Congress. So, yeah, I do not think McCarty is a well-known face. McConnell's a well-known face. Problem with him is he's not uppity about it. He's more in for money. And that's probably one of the reasons why GOP has done poorly in the 3 election cycles. So it really determines how are Republicans going to win this? So yes, Lindell, Dillon, McDaniel. I think Dillon is so far the best one to go so far. Civil rights attorney. I mean, she's a civil rights attorney fighting for civil rights. I mean, the Democrats love civil rights, so and civil rights has been a huge spotlight in the 2020s so far. So it's kind of interesting. See if we elect a civil rights leader, not a rhino one, but an actual Republican one, and see their perspective on their civil rights. And I like Mike Lindell. And once again, we can't vote in these elections, unfortunately. How much would be interesting to see people vote and what their perspectives would be. Only the 160 some people, committee members, can vote. So it really depends what they think. And I know 1% of Republicans want McDaniel. However, it doesn't matter about what we think, it's matter what the committee thinks. And I do think the Republican National Committee should really listen to their people. If 1% of Republicans in the United States say that they want Ronna Romney McDaniel, they probably should ditch her because only 1% likes her. And they should probably go with the popular majority over 60% for Dillon. Um, I don't think Mike Lindell's a part of the RNC either. So yeah, so far Harriet Dillon is in the front race. So I would like to see her and how she's doing. So yes, it really depends. But I would like, if I had to choose one of them, I'd say Mike Lindell. Just simply because he's from my state, but I also think he's capable too. He's a close friend of the former president, a loyal supporter, even Dillon. But I mean, Dillon, McDaniel, she's a far-going Trump supporter too. So it really, they're kind of linked. So yeah, it really depends. And then we have the January 3rd election. And that is the House of Representatives. And so this is a little summary. So yeah, I do think here, the idea is, Republicans should probably go, it's probably going to go for McCarty. Alright, but once again, McCarty being a part of the swamp, people blamed McCarty, for his lack of enthusiasm in the elections for Republicans. Hakeem Jeffries. Very unknown. I mean, I would never have expected this guy. Although I have seen you. I checked you out before. So, 212. So it's estimated to be like that. But keep in mind, the Dinos could possibly betray Jeffries and support McCarthy, while Rhinos could betray McCarthy and support Jeffries. Good news for Republicans is Cheney is gone. I think Cheney would vote for McCarty. I don't think McCarty's pro-Trump at all. I'm gonna go with you. But once again, Cheney supported Tim Ryan, and that's a flag. So yeah. What do you guys think about this? January is coming up very quickly, 2023. I'll be looking at this election very soon. And yeah, we'll see who controls the GOP. And we'll see what the future of the Democratic Party would be like next.